Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffery Patterson and the Theater of the Mind.
(1751), the North Shore of Maine. Every day about the mid-morning, I would walk away from my cabin, purposely down a path toward the sound of the crashing sea. I would stop high above a bluff, sit down with my back against a gnarled tree, look out over the ocean, up over the horizon, close my eyes, and my body was released. Looking back, I could see the body of a man fall over. He was leaning against a gnarled tree into deep, deep sleep. Frigid air. I break out into the fog, and then higher I look back. The fog separates the deep blue from the sea, the deep green forest. And as I continue to ascend, I look back. There I can see the entire east coast of the United States. Then from the North Pole to the South Pole. And further now, I see the multicolored planet, the Earth, below me the size of a marble. I am now released to move among the elements. Here, my fingertip, Venus. And resting in my hand, my old friend the sun. And here is the most fun. Every time I'm up here, I take the ring around Saturn and I spin it in the opposite direction and place it back into the firmament. The dark hole I use for yelling. Each time I come up here, I make a new planet and I heave it into the firmament. But then roaring starts, softly at first, and then gaining in volume and intensity until roaring is everything. And I am snapped back. I wake up lying on my side beside a gnarled tree overlooking the bluff and the wild ocean. I get up well rested and go back to my cabin. Now I must confess something here, even though it is rather embarrassing. You know and I know that these trips into space are just fantasy. But the more I started thinking that I was responsible for the care of my entire universe, I decided to perform what is commonly known as a miracle. So the next day, I go down the path. High above the bluff, I pass the gnarled tree. I make my way down the bluff and I'm standing at the water's edge. I look out over the sea to the horizon and I say, "Ocean, part!" And just as I suspected, the waters rolled back and I could see a narrow strip of sandy beach as far as I could see. I ran out across on the beach, looking on each side of me, two magnificent aquariums, two huge walls of water with just a small strip of blue sky above. Oh, I look to the sky and go, I don't believe it! And the walls of water come crashing down on me. I must get back now. But before I do, I want to leave you with something. What you think you have seen or heard is real. Whatever you think you have seen or heard, that too is real in the theater of your mind.